From Bahutan Yazici's shocking doping violation to Tatiana Gutsu's heartbreaking testimony against her own teammates, gymnastics has no shortage of dramatic moments. Here are some of the controversial times gymnasts went way too far. Now, as much as we'd like to see the world of sports remain authentic, doping is still a major issue in many competitions, including gymnastics. The sport itself involves intense criticism, so it's rare that cases of doping ever evade the International Gymnastics Federation, better known as FIG, like the 2019 suspension of New Zealand gymnast Bahutan Yazici. In Yazici's case, he was suspended by the Sports Tribunal on accusations of doping. Apparently, the young gymnast failed to pass a drug test at the men's artistic gymnastics open division at the 2019 New Zealand Gymnastics Championships. Authorities found Ritalin, a banned stimulant, in his system. At his hearing, Yazici claimed that the pill was given to him by a friend to help with the university essay, and he had no idea about its consequences. Unfortunately, the Sports Tribunal was having none of it and awarded the gymnast a 2-year ban. A pity for the young star. But the FIG does have a history of not messing around where drugs are involved. And unlike Yazici, most gymnasts are aware of that, so they try to keep their nose out of dangerous territory, trying not to have scandals at all. But unfortunately, others just can't catch a break. Such as in the case of Dutch gymnast Yuri van Gelder. Van Gelder made it to the 2016 Rio Olympic finals with the Dutch national team, right before getting kicked out. Yikes. Apparently, the gymnastics star broke team rules and went out for a night of drinking just before the Olympics in 2016. The talented gymnast, called Lord of the Rings, has no shortage of previous titles. He won gold in the men's rings at the 2005 European Championships and the world title in the same discipline at the 2005 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships, just to give you an idea. So if there's somebody who knows what it takes to get to the top, it's probably him. But the 33-year-old still decided to celebrate his journey to the finals with a banned substance. Sure, it's tough being an athlete, and everyone needs a break sometimes. But Van Gelder broke team rules, both regarding alcohol consumption and leaving the team base. The gymnast furiously fought the legal battle against a suspension, and the trial gained a ton of media attention, so much so that they had to arrange extra space for people who'd come to watch the court case. And everybody forgot about the actual team competing in the finals. Van Gelder claimed that he had no idea drinking was explicitly banned. But this wasn't his first suspension either. In 2009, he was suspended from the Dutch Gymnastics Union for a whole year for, you guessed it, drug use, specifically for cocaine, only 3 days before the national championship. Not only that, the Dutchman's habits also cost him his job in the military. Now, time may have passed since Van Gelder's story, but gymnasts still continue to push the boundaries of the FIG's strict drug rules, like Japanese gymnast Daiki Hashimoto's 2014 doping suspension. Hashimoto has made a name for himself in the gymnastics world, winning gold in the floor exercise and silver on pommel horse at the 2007 World Gymnastics Championships, and bringing himself into the international spotlight. But in 2014, the Japanese was found positive for the steroid metadeniol and stanozolol, resulting in him getting stripped of his medals. The incident sparked outrage, promoting the Japanese Olympic Committee to launch a full-scale investigation into the state of Japanese gymnastics. Later, Hashimoto was also called in as a witness for doping offenses at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where he admitted to buying steroids online without a prescription. So clearly it's not his first rodeo. Now, consciously taking drugs is one thing, but imagine not even knowing how a substance entered your body. Yep, that's what led to Uzbek gymnast Luisa Galiulina's expulsion from the 2012 London Olympics. The 2012 Olympics had no shortage of scandals, but Galiulina's is one of the more famous ones. One of the gymnastics world's rising stars, the 20-year-old gymnast was expected to fight for the gold at the international stage, but it all came crashing down when she failed a standard drug test before the competition. Authorities announced on July 25th that the Uzbek gymnast had tested positive for the banned diuretic furosemide. But here's the catch. She claimed she had no idea how the drug entered her system. Louisa told the hearing that in the previous month of June, she'd been sick and treated by her mother for 2 weeks, which is when she'd been given medication for a heart condition, apparently meant to relax her and put her to sleep. Furosemide, often sold under the brand name Lasix, is actually used to treat congestive heart failure and blood pressure. But unfortunately for Louisa, it's also used as a masking agent for other drugs, which is what the FIG argued when it disqualified her only hours before the event. The Uzbek gymnast, considered one of her country's best, had been expected to fight for gold at the Olympics, a dream which was shattered by the FIG's strict doping laws. Turns out, though, that even the biggest athlete of the sport can get caught up in all the controversies. In fact, she's probably had it the toughest. We're talking, of course, about Simone Biles, who's always been the subject of other gymnasts' nasty comments. With great power comes great responsibility. So it's no wonder that Biles is under the constant watch of her competitors, who are looking for any chance to bring her down. Now, competition is a part of sports, but some people just take it too far. As a young black girl, Biles had to deal with a lot of bigotry in the world of sports. While promoting her partnership with skincare brand SK2 in March 2020, Biles shared a brutal instance of racism she faced from other gymnasts. Biles appeared in the Artistic Gymnastics World Championships in 2013, 3 years before she would go on to become an international superstar at the 2016 Rio Olympics. The then 16-year-old Biles took the gold in the floor exercise, silver in the vault, and just missed the podium in the uneven bars. But it was her performance on the balance beam that sparked all the controversy. The star, alongside fellow black gymnast Gabby Douglas, beat Italians Carlotta Ferlito and Vanessa Ferrari by a hair's width after a tie. The competition ended, and the gymnasts geared up to face the press, which is where the Italians made sure to express their dissatisfaction by remarking that maybe they should paint their skin black to win. Now, being frustrated is one thing, but comments like these are simply crossing the line. The story resulted in public outrage, with many people commenting on the racism black athletes face on a daily basis, causing Ferlito to later apologize to Biles via Twitter. But at her mother's advice, Biles did not respond to the initial comments or the apology. Racism is definitely an issue in competitive sports, where things are already a bit heated between groups. But for black U.S. gymnasts, racism has come from inside the team too. Like U.S. gymnast Michaela Skinner's racist comments toward her teammates. Skinner is notorious in the gymnastics world, but not for the reason you think. The gymnast has been known to post racist tweets taunting her competitors and being a general nuisance to the gymnastics industry. But in 2016, things went way too far. Skinner was chosen as a backup for the U.S. gymnastics team at the 2016 Rio Olympics, which obviously meant she wasn't on the team poster. Obvious to everyone other than the frustrated gymnast herself, apparently, who took matters into her own hands and photoshopped her face over fellow team gymnast Gabby Douglas. To add even more fuel to the fire, Skinner captioned the photo with monkey emojis. Yikes. Now, Douglas was the U.S. first African-American all-around champion, so she's deserving of respect, not just as a person, but as a gymnast too. While Michaela has never actually won a significant gymnastics title, making it clear that there's other areas where all that energy can be focused. It's clear that inappropriate behavior can become a problem in any sport, gymnastics included, which is kept secret by a culture of pushing through the pain, proven by many stories, like former Soviet gymnast Tatiana Gutsu's recent confession of sexual assault back in 1991. In 2017, the Olympic gold medalist added her voice to a growing list of women sharing their stories of harassment. Now 46, Gutsu revealed in an Instagram post that she was assaulted back in 1991 at just 15 by ex-teammate and gymnast Vitaly Sherbo while competing at a team event in Stuttgart, Germany. The post came amidst a global global outpouring of women sharing stories of assault under the Me Too movement, which also saw other gymnasts come forward, like the many victims of U.S. national team doctor Larry Nassar. Gutsu also called out teammates Rustam Sharapov, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and former head coach of Ohio State's men's gymnastics team, and Tatiana Toropova in a Facebook post, stating that they knew about the abuse she faced as a gymnast, yet did not support her. Gutsu retired abruptly from gymnastics following the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, where she won 1 silver, 1 bronze, and 2 gold medals despite the severe pressure, a testament to her inspiring strength and passion for her craft. Getting out of line is a serious matter, especially when it can cost you the integrity of your sport. From Tatiana Gutsu's heartbreaking testimony against her own teammates to Bahutun Yazici's shocking doping violation, these are all the controversial times gymnasts went way too far.